Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Branch, the art teacher, and today we are going to draw a panda. So what you'll need is some paper and some markers or crayons or even paint if you choose, if you have those supplies. But we're going to get started. Now I'm going to pin my other camera so that you guys can see what we're going to draw. All right, so here I have my panda, and I have some examples where one I painted, one I put in a background, and this one I did with markers. And you can see they're all very similar. The heads are different sizes, and that's okay. Does not matter which way you do it. Some of the eyes are bigger and some of them are smaller. So it's all right. However you draw it, it does not have to be perfect. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna leave this drawing up here on the keyboard, just in case you need to see what we're gonna do next, or if you feel that you can go ahead and get some things done. All right, now I'm gonna start with a Sharpie just so that you guys can see my lines, but you can definitely use pencils. I'm gonna start with the eyes. So somewhere, wherever you're gonna put your panda, you're going to draw a circle for the eye, a little one or a big one, it's up to you, and come over a bit and draw another circle for the other eye. Now inside these eyes, I'm going to put a little circle for the inflection, and inflection is when light reflects off of the eye. And I color it in now, or you can just leave it. Next, I'm going to put another circle around this eye. And it's pretty close, or it's big. Well, but mine came out a little big at the bottom. So I'll try and repeat that on this side. And next, I'm going to put a bigger egg-shaped circle or oval around, more like an egg shape. Come close and then come down wide like an egg. And then over here, I'm going to start close and come down wide like an egg. And it's okay if they're not the exact same size. It's fine. So now in between, right about a little bit lower than where the eyes are, I'm going to make the nose. And I'm going to start by making a little frown. It looks like I could be making a frog or a fish right now. But I'm going to add like a U shape here at the bottom of the nose to complete the nose. And then I'm going to use like a letter J for the mouth. And then I'll do a backwards J on this side. And at this point, this could be a puppy, it could be a looking like a cat, or any other animal that I want to turn into. But we're going to make this into a panda. Now, I'm going to make the head by making what looks like a stretched out U. So I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to come up. Oh, that's a little squarish. It's okay. And then come over. More like, now it's looking more like a brick, but it's fine. I'm gonna do the same thing at the bottom. And come and connect. More like a brick oval, or oval with curved edges. Well, rectangle with curved edges. But either way, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now I'm going to do two semicircles, or most of a circle, or more like a letter C on both sides for the ears. And I'm going to tilt my paper a bit because I'm left-handed. I want to make sure you guys can see it on the screen. So I'm going to turn my paper sideways so to make sure that you guys can see it. And if you feel like it's a little small, you can go ahead and make it bigger, like I'm doing now, because I'm going to color this in anyway. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I made that one about the right size. And it's okay if you make mistakes, because you can just fix them later when you add color. Now, I'm going to start on the body. I'm going to lift my computer up a little bit and slide this paper underneath just a bit so that you guys can see me do the body. Now, for the two legs, they kind of look like letter U's. Very long U's. But I didn't leave myself much space down here, so my U's aren't going to be that big. So one on one side, and then another U on the other side. Now I'm going to draw a curved line here where I'm going to make the the middle part of the body where this will be black. And then I'm going to make another curved line for the bottom of the body. And now my panda is sitting on his bottom. So I'm just going to draw two like letter C's on the side for his feet. Most of a circle. Or like I said, like a letter C. And then over here, a backward C. Now on the inside, I'm going to draw some circles for the toes and some circles for the padded part of the foot. I usually do about 3. So one big circle in the middle, and 1, 2, 3. So then I have my panda with this, his feet are done, his body is done. Now I can go back and add in my color now, or I can add some details in the background. Now I put some bamboo. Now these ones, I drew rectangles and left some space in between. And when I colored it in, I just did a little bit of brown in between and left them green, and I added a few leaves. On this one, I just took my brush and I painted them. And you can do the same thing with markers. You don't have to draw a line around it. And I'll show you how that is. And I did some of them brown, and I did some of them dark green. And then I went back and drew some lines around them and added some leaves. And I'll show you how to draw some without making the rectangles. And I'll show you how to make some with the rectangles. So I'm going to go ahead and get my markers. Let's see, I'm going to need green. And I'm going to need black. And some pink for the feet. And maybe some brown for the bamboo. All right. So let me see. First, I'll show you some rectangle ones. So if I was to draw a bamboo here, I'll just start a rectangle so it looks like it's behind it. So I didn't draw the whole thing. Then skip a little space. Make a skinny rectangle. Skip a little space. Make a rectangle. Skip a little space. Skip a little space and keep going. Now if I want to add a leaf, I'll just draw a line. And then to make my leaf, it's more like a curve or a frown. And then a happy face. Connect it. I'll do that again. Draw a little line. Like a sad face. And then a smile. Connect them. Make some leaves. I'll throw one down here. Now, my next bamboo I'm going to make, I'm going to show you how to just do it with the marker. Now, I like to use the wide side of the marker. It gives me a nice thick line. And then skip a space. So I'm just drawing. And I run into my panda a little bit. So I'm not going to draw that all the way through. I'm going to pretend it goes behind it. Skip a space. Here comes the rest of it. I think I'll do another one. Again, kind of runs into my panda. It's okay. Pretend comes out over here. If I want to do a leaf, I have those two overlapping. And I'll just color them in later. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and color in my panda using my marker. I'm going to start with the eye right here. And I'm not going to color in that little inflection part. Now, this section is a big section. And what I like to do is trace around the edges, then use the wide side to fill it in. So I'm going to use the wide side to trace around the edges. And when I get to a part that's skinny, I can use the point. And trace around that part. And then I'm just going to fill it in with straight lines. Do the same thing again. Yeah, working. All right, so next, again, you just keep tracing the areas that are going to be black. And then fill it in with lines. And then I'm going to trace this area. It's easier to color by just drawing straight lines because you don't waste ink and the colors in quickly. And if you have a little area like this where you missed it, just take the point. And again, I like to trace around, but before I do all this black, I'm going to go and do the pink part of my feet first. That way, if I go out of the lines, it'll get covered up. And I won't get black ink on the tip of my pink marker. And again, trace around the edges. Again, use the point. Now I'm going to go back and fill in the bamboo that I drew the rectangles for. I'm going to draw another one right here. Rectangle, skip a space, rectangle, run into my panda, runs into the panda again, pretend it goes out, comes up. And since I have these leaves here, it goes behind the leaves to show overlapping. Here's the top, little space. And so now I can just take my green marker. And because it's close to the panda's face, I'm going to go ahead and use the point. Just so I can keep it out of the face a bit. Now this one, I can use the wide side. Use the wide side. Just to fill it in. This is a small area, so I'm going to use the point again. And then the wide side. Oh, and I left this leaf down here. And then I have these leaves up here. Again, turn the paper to make it easy for you. You don't have to make it hard for you to draw by twisting your body. Just turn the paper. And now I'm going to take my brown and just do a little bit. I could just do a little dash with the wide side, or I could kind of color it in with the point. Totally up to you as the artist. You don't have to do much. Just give the impression of the joint. And then we have a cute little panda. I hope to see some the next time we have a video. Oops. Let me unpin my screen. Remove pin. And let me go ahead and pin me. So everyone, Miss Branch here, the art teacher. We just drew a cute little panda. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Let's see, recording stop. No, stop.